design of pre-stressed concrete element. The subject code 17CV82. Module A1 Introduction and Analysis of a Member. In that session 8, today we discuss here the course outcome is analyze the stresses encountered in PSC elements during transfer and at working. Presented by myself, Dr. Navin GM. Pre-stressed and post-tension members. In that we are classified the pre-stressed concrete member as pre-tension members and post-tension member. Broadly we are classified into two types. In case of pre-tension member and post-tension member, what are the process will be take place in that particular member we are discuss here. First, in case of pre-tension member, pre-stressed wires are tensioned before casting the concrete member, whereas in case of post-tension member, pre-stressed wires are tensioned after casting of concrete member. This is the one of the difference in which what is pre-tension means the wires are tensioned before hardening of concrete. We are call it as pre-tension member. What is post-tension member means after the hardening of concrete the wires are tensioned. Then next, in case of pre-tension member, the eccentricity provided will be constant along all the length of the member and generally suited for mass production. This pre-tension member, the wires are provided straight cable. The cable will be straight, not another profile that is parabola and bent cable and trapezoidal cable. We cannot casting generally, and also it is suitable for mass production. Then post-tension members are preferred for curved cable profile where stress retained in the member will be through fixtures which are embedded in the end blocks. Hence, pre-tension members are necessarily cast in situ members. In that what is here in post-tension member, the member curve cable profile is very suitable. The stress will be retained in a member in a curved profile, that is bent cable, trapezoidal cable and bent, and also parabolic cable will be used in post-tension member. In that the stress is retained through the pictures. That is very important. Pictures means the end blocks. Sometimes we are using it as a picture, that is end blocks. Here we require a pre-tension member, that and also it is cast in situ, not a that is mass production. We are cast in situ members. Then coming to the next, in pre-tension member, what are the methods are there to apply the pre-tensioning in a member or session. In that, first method is development of compressive force between the structural element member and its abutment by using of jacks. By using of jacks either side of a beam, we are develop a compressive force in a member. This is the one of the pre-tensioning method. Then second one is by elongating steel wires or bars either before concrete is hardened or after the concrete has attained its strength. That is elongation of steel wires or bars or stands either by concrete is hardening, otherwise after concrete is attained its strength. That is the one of the method of pretensioning. Then coming to the third method, that is chemical pre-stressing. That is, chemical reactions take place in expansive cement can stress the embedded steel, which turn compression the concrete. That is, in that concrete we are chemical reaction, that expansive cement is used in this method of pretensioning. In that stress the embedded steel, that is expansive cement is used and embedded steel will be used to turn the compression the concrete in a member. This is one of the method of pretensioning. Then fourth method is electrical pretensioning, dispensation with the use of jack together. This is one of the electrical method. In that we are using a jack together. On that process we call it as electrical pretensioning. Then fifth method is, and also very important method and well known method in India, we can use this type of method of pretensioning. In that we see this figure, this is Weyer's method of pre-stressing. Okay, Weyer's method of pre-stressing means how Weyer's method of pre-stressing is developed in a factory or production unit or plant. Means this is the two abutment or bulk heads ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. We are bulk heads or bulk abutment. Okay, these are the two abutment or bulk heads provided either side, and this is the bed of this abutment, and also these are the concrete beams or whatever the units or elements we call it as, which post tension and pretensioning member will be do. These are the mass of the unit. This we call it as units, that is our sections. In this method, a pretension tendons are held in tension state in between two abutment or in that bulkheads. We are using this is the cable we are embedded here. Okay, then identical concrete member are then cast over the pretensioning tendons are allowed. This is the identical concrete members we are kept in this unit. Okay, identical concrete members, these are the same dimension of members where tension is allowed. That is, these are the wires we are employing in that particular concrete member. In that, to hardening in this position, the process of hardening is made faster by using steam curing. Here we are using steam curing in this process in Weyer's method. In this stage, or in this case, concrete attains desired strength in 24 hours. By using this steam curing, the concrete attains what is the 28 days strength in Beko, we are getting in 24 hours. How it is will be possible means that steam curing will be done. Then when once concrete attains the desired strength, the tendon produced at the end of each member are cut off. That is, when the concrete attains the desired strength, when the strength will be comes on that letter, that is tendon production, the wires will be cut down on that stage. Okay, on that stage we are cut on the once we are getting the attain the concrete as a desired strength. This is the process of this Weyer's method. In that Weyer's method, this will be cut. Here we are cutting the cable at the end on each block or each unit. We are cut down here. This wire will be cut down from here. Then method of post post-tensioning. What are the well-known method of post-tensioning means? First one is Prasonite system, second one is Magnell-Belton system, then third one is Lee-McCall system. These are the three types of methods of post-tensioning. This is Prasonite system is well used in India, and also Magnell-Belton system also we are used sometime in India. Lee-McCall system is also used in sometimes in India, but well popular method is Prasonite system. Then coming to the advantages of pre-tensioning, it is ideally suited for mass production of precast member of relatively smaller sizes such as railway sleepers, that is electrical poles, beams and slabs required for residential building. In that we already discussed that slab will be, if your span is more than 8 meter, we go for this pre-tensioning member for economical purposes. Okay, in that cases we are using these slabs. Otherwise we are go for RCC. And well-known units we are still now using in pre-tensioning member is electrical poles. That is well known. We are already seeing these electrical poles, and also railway sleepers also we are seen in your railway tracks. Then next advantages is casting anchorage fixtures are not required. Here anchorage fixtures are not required to casting a pre-tensioning. Then since precasting is carried out in precasting plant, this is precasting plants ಅಥವಾ units ಅಲ್ಲಿ we are preparing, a degree of resorption can be achieved. A degree of resorption, that is skillness will be that is finishing will be get more precious than the cast in situ members. Since there will be a bond between tension steel and concrete, the tension wires are not exposed to atmosphere, so that the stress corrosion is minimized. In that steel will be embedded before hardening of concrete, therefore the bond between the tension steel and concrete will be bonding together. It is not exposed to the atmosphere, therefore corrosion of steel will be minimized. That is the one of the advantages of using a pre-tensioning member in a structure. Then grouting is not required in pre-tensioning members. It is grouting means that is there is grouting is the process of a slurry is filled for a depth, or a slurry is filled for a hole. We call it as grouting. It is not required. Why? Because the bond we are not leaving a duct or holes in a member, therefore grouting is not required in this case. Then what are the disadvantages of pre-tensioning members? This is pre-tensioning the disadvantages. What is that means? First one is, if precast members from plant, if it is transported to the desired site, it will become expensive. Okay, if your plant will be very longer compared to your site ke far agidre distance, so that will be transportation cost will be more, therefore it is expensive agutte. Then second one is, during the time of handling, that is handling time, that is we are placing the concrete and lifting the concrete, and that type we call it as handling. This members inside, erection stresses should be estimated accurately. Then erection stresses will be created via that member. If not, the member may fail during handling itself. If you are not stresses erected will be considered means estimated means that fail in the member placing itself or handling itself. That is the meaning of this one of the disadvantages of pre-tensioning. Hence, in case of pre-tension members, we may always expect straight cable having constant eccentricity which may not be economical as per as the stress developed in the member or support. We are using one of the straight cable is used, straight eccentric cable is used in pre-tensioning member, therefore it is expansive and uneconomical. Okay, it is not economical. Why? Because we are passion of bending moment at the support the member carries a moment is zero, therefore in that cases we can curtailment will be take place, but here we are there is no curtailment in the straight cable, therefore it is expansive and also some not economical in pre-tensioning member. Then next point is disadvantage is permanent bulkheads are required in plant which may be quite expensive. Why? Because the abutment and bulkheads are permanently required in that plant, therefore these bulkheads are quite expensive compared to the post tensioning casting. Then disadvantage of post tension members, it is ideally suited for very large span structures such as girders, slab required for bridges, etc. These are the some ideally suited for post tensioning member. In that, what are those means the girders, slabs required for a bridges. This is the one of the advantages of post tension member. Then second advantages is pre-tension can be carried inside itself and hence the problem of transportation, development of erection stresses inside can be completely avoided. There is no transportation problem in this post tensioning member. Why? Because it is cast in situ. At this site itself it will be casting. This is the one of the advantages, main advantages of post tension members. Then these members are flexible for change in condition in terms of introduction of precasting. What is this meaning means? If flexible for changing in the condition. Suppose your duct will be laid between 50 mm to 50 mm or 25 mm to 25 mm duct will be opening. Suppose if your wire will be introducing 5 mm, in over a time of period the member carries a more load on it, means external load ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದಾಗ we can replace it that 5 mm steel or cable by that is 10 mm. Why? Because we are leaving a duct opening or duct will be more compared to the steel wire or cables, therefore we can flexibly change the condition of that particular steel or tension member, what we are called. Then curved cable of desired longitudinal profile, some of as that of dead load and live load, we can expect in the member, which is one of the advantages of pre-tension member. What is that one? That is what is the passion of curved cable, longitudinal profile same as that of dead load and live load. That is we can expect the member in one of the advantages of this type of post tensioning member. Okay, you are using what is the passion of bending moment occur in your that units or member that will be the passion of your longitudinal profile will be created in your member as possible. This is one of the advantages. As per as loss of reduction, this loss of pre-tension pre-stress is concerned, the manner in which pre-tension role, that is for a member if it tension from one end. Here we can tensioning in both the end. Some cases, in some cases we are tensioning the member in only one end. That is the one of the advantages we are getting the post tensioning member. If suppose the external load will be lesser compared to the external load coming expected, on that cases we can change the bulkhead, only one end will be the providing, not at the both the end. One end will be sufficient means we can running by one end itself. That is the one of the advantages of using post tensioning member. It will have minimum losses when compared to the tension from the both the ends. If your loss will be also minimum when bulking end will be provided at the only one end, because even though the frictional loss get doubled, the loss of pre-stress due to slip will be added, and hence the net loss before the introduction of pre-stressing will be minimizing. Here also already told about that post tension will be very less loss compared to the pre-tension member. Okay, post tension kadme losses irutte pre-tension ginta. Therefore, and also the bulking get frictional losses and also some slip losses will be altered. It can be sometime altered also, alter ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. We can that minimizing by introducing this pre-stress will be minimum. Then coming to the disadvantages of post tensioning member or session. In order to retain stress throughout the life of the stress, anchorage fixtures provided will have lot of investment, and hence the size of end block will also get increases. In some time this bulking end or anchorage fixtures will be provided at the end of the beam, that is permanently. How the investment will be, that is lifetime of the that session or member, on that span of life we are providing anchorage fixtures, and also the investment of that end block will be more compared to others. Then coming to the second one, the disadvantages of post tensioning member is, that is post tensioning is carried out in this side with highest precision, because sometimes end block may susceptible to fail. Sometimes the cable will be fail, in that cases where the previous end block will be suspected to fail. Why? Because on that cases we are go for post tensioning member. That is carefully we are providing, otherwise this will be the one of the disadvantages of that, particularly in post tension. Then handling and erection process may be preciously decided, because it will create higher order stress when compared to pre-tension member. That is one of the, this is the order of stress when compared to pre-tensioning member. The handling and erection process may be precious. This is the one of the disadvantages of post tensioning member. Okay, these are the some references we are referred for preparing this session. Thank you for listening this session. If any doubt, please ask.